Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to this episode of Two Girls, One Doc.
One Doc.
It's your girl, BD.
It is Foreign's the foodie.
And we are back.
We back.
With the credits. So, in this episode, we are talking about Dancing with the Devil. The 7am TikTok call. I've had so many people ask me, guys, are you doing this? Are you doing this? And it's like, yes, we are doing this.
But this documentary was so fucking shit.
Tell me how.
No, okay, I don't know if it was I don't know. I was watching it and I just kept saying, what am I actually watching?
Can I say how I feel? Yeah, I feel like this documentary, yeah, because it's 3 episodes.
Yeah.
It's Netflix, yeah. The first episode...
Netflix needs to employ us as documentary consultants, if that's a thing, because we can show you how to make a documentary.
Let me show you the wave.
Literally, that is good without all this.
My issue with this is not even the length, okay? My issue with it's not even an issue. Okay, I feel like the TikTok side of this, yeah, was almost like the Trojan horse into what this documentary was really about.
This thing, and that's why I said I was looking at it like, what am I actually watching?
Like, how did we get here, right?
It had TikTok made up like 0.1% of what this documentary was, and then it started off as one person's story, and then by the end, I was like, who are these people and where are we?
The thing is, though, I kind of get why they did that, because attaching TikTok to this is probably what made people want to watch it or got them the views, which is sad in this day and age, that you couldn't have just made a story about, or you couldn't have just told the story about what it was about. Like, we had to shroud it in TikTokacy for people to care.
Because I was even like, oh, there's already a TikTok cult. Like, has TikTok has been around for 5 minutes?
Well, it was Musically, but you know. But yeah, no, literally, it's crazy.
Musically? I forgot that.
Yeah, it's the documentary is about Robert Shen. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
And Shekinah, his Shekinah church.
Yeah, but yeah.
Do you really hear Shekinah? Do you not think Shekinah glory?
Yeah, which is why I'm like, why? Like, why would you call it that?
But yeah, like, he is the devil in Dancing with the Devil, and he's shit. He's an abuser. He's a manipulator. He's the quote unquote cult leader. Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo. But this documentary is about him and all his sordid crimes from years and years and years ago. But like, I guess the most recent that we know of is the affiliation with these dancers from TikTok.
Yeah,
who I have never seen in my life.
Funnily enough, I've seen the 2 sisters on my FYP.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, the
what, recently or before? Well, I guess not
Before.
recently because they don't chat.
Before.
But yeah, before.
And then the one that's normal, I saw her wedding on my FYP on Instagram, but I didn't know who she was. So I just thought she was just
you just put two together.
I saw it on TikTok because they did that trend where it was like, only Pablo can take this and turn it into a princess. And also, sidebar, like, one of my biggest regrets for my wedding is I didn't do enough content. I'd have loved to have just made videos, not even necessarily to post, but just to
have. I tried, but you was a busy babe that
honestly
day.
And that's what they don't tell you. I don't know how these brides do it. They must wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
I look at these videos and I'm like, how do you do it?
But they probably have people who, like, content people who are like, all you have to do is this.
That's true.
But then you do see some of them where, like, you can tell the bride was directing, especially when there's the bridesmaids involved. It's like you can tell that they were.
There are content people now that you can get for your wedding, which is ridiculous. But
yeah, no, I hear it, man. Listen, make your money where you can. What all I need to do is hold your phone and take snaps.
No,
I would have done that anyway.
I get it, as in from a job perspective, but I would never employ someone to do that.
Yeah, but you just said you wish you had more content. If you had I
would have orchestrated it myself if I wasn't going to do it. Then.
With what time?
Whoop, there it is.
You were a busy babe.
Baby shower. I
can't believe that is coming up to 2 years ago.
I know.
That's insane.
It gets further and further out of my
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got the videos and stuff though, no?
Yeah, but sometimes it's sad because you wish you could relive it. You'll never have that moment again.
Do a vow renewal.
It's not going to be the same. And if we did it, it would just be the 2 of us and our kids. Yeah, we wouldn't.
And your kids.
Because I'd give him the wedding he wanted. I had mine. Now he
Fair
can have
enough.
it.
Yeah, true.
Just,
fair
he
enough.
would honestly, he would have been fine if there were 5 people at that wedding.
I hear it, man.
He even said it to me the other wedding we went to. He was like, "Yeah, our wedding was nice, but I really would have liked to have been a guest."
I hear it. Yeah, I was a guest and it popped. I was sick as a dog, but it was a great wedding.
Yeah. So our vow renewal will just be the two
Intimate.
of us,
Okay,
the
that's fair
priest, and whatever kids we have produced at that point.
I hear that. And your offspring.
Yeah, the offspring.
But yeah, this documentary, yeah.
Oh,
No, it was actually serious. The subject,
Yeah.
if we forget the subject matter was sad.
the Netflixication of it.
Yeah, it was really sad. It was actually really sad because the sisters, so there's the 2 sisters, the Wilkins sisters,
Yeah, Wilkins sisters.
and Miranda and what's the other one's name?
Oh gosh, it starts with an M, doesn't it?
So there's the 2 sisters.
I was gonna say,
and-
it's definitely not Mildred.
God, they're really close. They make a point to show us that like they're
Melanie.
no, Melanie and Priscilla were the other 2, the Asian ones.
Okay.
Miranda is sorry, I'm so sorry, babe. We should really know your name. But the normal one wasn't. Miranda was the one who got caught up in the cult. But they were really close, okay? Almost a bit like, not too close, but it was kind of like, babe, have your own identity kind of thing. Which I guess they were forced to do after this.
As twins.
Yeah. Really close. They both moved to LA to dance. The interesting thing about like them and the cult was that the younger sister, who is like the one who wasn't in the cult, actually was invited to go to like, you know, these like church sermons and events and stuff. And she very quickly was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like, this is strange, and like backed out of it, right? And that's where the separation from her sister
Came
like
from,
started.
yeah.
Which was really sad.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was, but I'm sure her parents are happy that at least one of them
That at least
got
one of them
out.
was out.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, the parents, because we meet quite a few parents in this documentary whose like child or loved one was in the cult. And it was so fascinating to me how like they just didn't lose hope. They were still yearning and striving and trying to see them and get them. I reckon that I would probably be like, actually, you know what, cool, we're here when you're ready, innit? But what can I do?
Yeah, I don't know that I would be actively. I mean, maybe I say this
But
because
that's
I'm not
us
a parent.
saying that not as parents.
Yeah, I don't know that I would be actively chasing after a relationship with them at that point, especially when they're an adult. But I'd definitely always leave the door open.
Yeah. I'ma leave the door open. Did they end up having
The tour.
that tour?
No,
Did that happen?
I'm still keeping my ears to the ground, but not yet.
Yes. We said your ass to the ground. Oh my God, speaking of ass, yeah, that I just brought up. So I was in the gym today, yeah. And so I have tasked myself with going to the big boy area of the gym. Because normally I just do my little mini machines and I just like, you know, get my sweat on, da-da-da. And I said to myself, babes, you need to start going to the big boy area of the gym. You've been coming here long enough, like face your fears, yeah. So I've been going, yeah. I've been doing my little one, two step, yeah. And then today, there's this like older lady. She's probably like 60 something. And I remember her because she always has like a notepad that she carries with her.
In the gym?
Yes, a gym. No, but Shamara used to do this when we used to train together.
Oh, okay.
And he would write down like what weight I was on or like what machine it was and stuff like that to track. So I'm assuming that's why she has it.
Yeah.
And so she was on this machine and I realized it was a hip thrust machine. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize we had one of these in this gym.
The one that you strap in and then you lift the weight with your hips?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love that.
So I've been trying to psych myself up to like get to the Smith machine and then get a bench and then do the thing and then do, and I was like, oh, this seems so fucking long, like I don't want to do it, people are gonna look at me. Yeah. And then when I saw her doing the machine, I said, oh my, because I was doing the back extension one and it was next to it, and I was like, oh my God, I was just watching her. And then like when she finished, I was gonna use it, and then like she took the weights off and stuff, and I was gonna tell her, no, I'll leave it, it's cool, I'll do it, yeah, because obviously she's like 63, yeah. And when I saw what she was doing, I said, okay, remove it.
What, how much was she doing?
I don't know, but there was the big circles, fam. It was the big ones. I was like, let me just do something small, something light, yeah, for my light. But when I walked out that gym today, I said, nah, I don't even know how my ass fit in the car, fam. I said, nah, these games are insane.
I miss the gym so much.
You lot are going to be sick of me.
I miss the gym so much, and I know that when I go back, I'm going to be doing zero weights, just...
But you're going to build it up quickly, though. You're going to build it up quickly, though.
Well, let's see. I hope.
You are.
I hope so. I
you know your legs
hope
are strong.
So. I hope so. I miss my like stallion legs and like.
They're gonna come back, babe. They'll
I
be
miss.
back and
I miss
better.
going and doing like 100 kg on something, and then people coming after and reducing the weight, and I'm like, yeah, I'm that bitch.
You're coming back. It's coming back, babes. It's coming back.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, this documentary. So there was one of the cult members. So okay, maybe I should. So it was a church, which I don't know. God needs to start like smiting these people down.
Half management company
for the TikTok people. Yes.
Yeah.
It started off as a church, right? That was like the main business model. Which I mean, it's sad to say business model because some people really do use.
But it's apt.
Yeah, it is. And then they branched out. A subsidiary, one might say, was this management company, 7M. And that's how, I think someone related to him was in it. And then he recruited his friends. There was a whole bunch of TikTok people, but they were related.
Oh, yeah.
They were related to Robert somehow, by some way.
No, so Robert's son was doing like filming content for...
Okay.
And then started help, and then from there brought them all into the church. Yeah,
exactly. It's like Foren's being recruited to do something, and then management, and then I'm like, all right, cool, yeah. If Foren's is being managed by them, I'll be managed by them, and then whatever. So that's how it happened. Bury them were on it. There was one guy, okay, before that. So basically, all of this happens. They start doing Bible studies together, having like church services, but almost like exclusive. Not everyone can come, like that kind of thing. Taking up loads and loads of time, all that kind of stuff, and he would say stuff like, oh, you know, you have to die to yourself because God. And the thing is,
people just be talking and saying things.
People just be talking and saying things. But this is a phrase I've heard in church before, dying to your flesh because you're supposed to like, the old you has passed away, like you're born again kind of thing, right?
Okay.
So like all that stuff. But he's saying like, you have to die to yourself, die to your family, die to everybody except for him. Yeah. And at one point he said that the way to God is not even through Jesus Christ, it's through him. And I just think that like, as much as these people here were victims and manipulation and all that stuff, as a Christian, and I guess maybe they didn't have a background of Christianity, so maybe like this is their first whatever, but if someone says to you, you know, it's me, I'm the main character, why you?
Yeah, why
I'm
you?
the kind of person I'll be like, why you and why not me? Yeah, why not me?
Why can't I be my own way through?
And why did God choose you to be the way and not me?
Yeah.
This is the kind of shit that he'd be spewing and stuff. And the one guy, this black guy, yeah, he's the one that in the end he danced at the Renaissance World Tour. I was well done you.
Well done you. Like,
literally, I was so proud of him. They were like, Robert was like, yeah, you need to die to your son. As in like, be a deadbeat. It's not about your son, it's about him. That's when he was like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, this doesn't sound, something in the war ain't clean.
Something in the book ain't clean. Literally, he was like, yeah, I am out. This is not a bit of me.
Yeah.
So they'll bury them, like, and it was just a bit shit. And then they'd be making money, lots of money, and of course percentage will go to most of it actually would go to him because they're all living in the same house. Again, textbook cult stuff. Your ideologies are challenged. You're using phrases that are English but they don't mean the same things.
You're living
together. You're isolated from your friends and family. Your money or your source of income now depends on this person or these people.
Yeah.
And all these things, tick, 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 cult.
What was that?
So yeah, that was just all a bit shit. But again, the TikTok people, that whole thing was just like a segue into, this is how we found him, but this is what he's been doing before.
Yeah, because it doesn't make up a big chunk of it. I mean,
that's just episode 1.
Yeah, it doesn't. And we don't really talk about TikTok much after that.
Yeah, we didn't talk about TikTok much. That's why I feel like it was a Trojan horse. It was like, oh, hey guys, TikTok. And then
it definitely was, because I was intrigued as to what cult could already be forming on TikTok, and am I part of it?
Yeah.
Because
I be part of it? No.
Literally, I'm chronically online, so it wouldn't be beyond me to find out that I was in a TikTok cult that I didn't even know about.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because it was an important story to be told.
Yeah,
and also the other thing about this documentary is that like there is no closure, there is no retribution, there is no consequence to his actions, right? And so people have filed lawsuits against him. It was almost like, could the filmmakers have just like waited so that the outcome could have been known, you know, but I don't know, maybe. But by putting out the documentary, the court of public opinion is you're fucked,
because I went
basically.
on the girls, the cult TikTok girl, the one that's part of the cult,
Miranda.
And the comments are all like, girl, like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, get out. Yeah. So at least now, I didn't know a Robert Shen.
Yeah.
What's the name? Robert Shen.
Yeah, I think it's Shen, yeah. Or
Yeah,
Shin,
I didn't know who
Shin.
he was before this time.
Yeah, but now if he reaches out to us to manage us, we know to say no.
We know to say no. We know to say no. Okay, if you're not him and you want to manage us, let us know. Okay,
Literally, yeah,
2girls1doc@gmail.com.
Please
But
do.
yeah, for real, like that. For that reason, I think it was good that they put the documentary out.
Yeah.
But the rest of the documentary, the vast majority of the documentary, is about the two sisters, Priscilla and Melinda. No, Priscilla and Melanie.
Yeah.
And one of them joins this cult first. Well, the church is what it was first. The other sister joins. They're kind of together, which I get. Like, if my sister joined the cult, I guess I'd be more likely to be like, hey sis, might as well. Actually, I don't even think that's true, fam. I think I would just be like, what the fuck?
What are you, girl? What is you doing?
What is she doing? But yeah, so then she gets out. The older sister gets out because she has that black friend, the black male friend that helped her escape from the house.
Yeah.
He looks so familiar.
He does look familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on where
even
I'd
this,
seen him.
he looks so familiar. I'm like, where
He
do I
might
know
be a
this guy
TikTok
from?
guy.
Maybe,
Who knows?
but I don't know. I don't really see that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, he got her the fuck up out of that house. And the sister really went through it because I think they said she was there. Priscilla was there for like 23 years. Yeah, 23 years. That's insane.
That is insane in the membrane.
It's scary as well because it's like, who are you? Like, you have to reckon with yourself. Like, who am I? And it's not just like, okay, I escaped the cult. Like, everything's fine and dandy. So many things daily will remind you of the fact that you were there.
Yeah,
people are talking of nostalgia. Oh, do you remember when we used to? No, I don't remember. I was in a
because
cult.
I was in a cult. Like, even at a point, she's really upset about the fact that she, I guess, can't have kids because she spent all her 20s the cult, and now she's like in her 40s. So I guess that part of her life maybe is past her.
And then there was that bit where her sister was saying like she was lit. The one who was in the cult was late to her other sister's kid's birthday party. Do you remember that bit?
Yeah, and she's like, what the fuck do you want from me? Like, I see that I'm going to kill myself or I
come to this party. And I was kind of like, do you know what? Like, I get it. You have been through it, yeah.
I see both sides, but I do think, I don't know, and I guess this is coming from someone who hasn't been in a cult and hasn't been robbed of 23 years. I was like, nah.
Yeah, it was smelly to me. I was like, do you know what? You have to be able to see outside of your situation and your trauma, because I'm very sure that your sister has accommodated you or has considered you, is a better word, considered what you've gone through when doing things, right? That's like saying, because you've gone through this, I can never voice how I'm feeling or that I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah.
Because the way she came at her was like, oh, well, like, I'm talking about me being late to your daughter's thing and like I was going to jump off a bridge. I said, okay, well, I'm very happy that you didn't. Like, I'm happy that you're here. I care.
You were still late.
Yeah, and I feel a way about that.
Yeah.
So again, the dynamic of their sisterhood is most likely
shattered,
changed.
yeah.
Shattered. And it's just sad because like, that's your sister. Like, as two women here who have sisters, it's like, I would hate that my relationship with my sister is
changed
fucked
forever
over some Robert Shen.
That man is an evil, wicked man.
Evil, wicked, ugly
wicked
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, under the jail you go.
And stay there.
And it's also just like, well, what was the reason? Like, what was the point? I guess money. But not even just money, power though, because with the church, I mean, I guess he probably was making money from
He was making money because he had them working and then he would take the money from them.
Yeah, that's true.
So he was definitely making money.
It's just, I don't get how people become so depraved. Oh, and then the hierarchy in the church, the whole woman of God, man of God, and like using them and like literally sexually assaulting them and making it as if like, oh, you know, in order to be a woman of God, you need to do that.
Man, like, and if one thing for sure is once a man starts a cult, he's going to sexually assault people.
Yeah. It's like, was this what you wanted all along? Like,
a harem of women that you had easy access to and then you were robbing them blind. It makes no sense. I don't know, it doesn't say if the recent dynamic had, like, if he was sexually assaulting anyone there, but we can only assume that he was.
Yeah, why would he stop now?
Yeah.
And this is the thing, I think that it goes to show like the benefit of them talking about how this was all happening in the Shekinah church for over 23 years and then the TikTok stuff happened. It's like, these people don't change. They just change their tactics. They just evolve with the times and they just like continue to do what they're doing. Because why would you be doing that? And no conscience, no remorse, no nothing. You just continue. And if he went to jail, he would come back out and do the same thing again.
Do you know what though? Miranda's parents So people online were basically saying that they did this documentary for like views and stuff like that.
What do you mean?
Miranda's parents.
Yeah, well, views for what? Like
Just to
to be famous.
Yeah.
For clout.
I did feel like there was something off about that family.
That dynamic.
Yeah.
Why?
I did. Because if you go on the mum's page, she posts videos of her and her 2 daughters. So what is the truth?
What, like in real life?
Yeah, like dancing and stuff.
Recently?
Like she has one from like May, and then she has another one.
But how long ago did they do this documentary?
And also, I don't know, but also, if things are that bad, why are you pandering into like the photo ops of things? Remember they were saying like, oh, they were all posted together at Christmas and stuff like that. But it's like, if it's all fake, why do you guys pander into it?
Do you know what I think? Yeah. So Gen Z, yeah, they can be forgiven for being obsessed with celebrities and social media and all that stuff, because that is literally all they know.
Yeah, that's
like I extend a special grace,
know.
To Gen Z, the Gen Z lot, or the late millennials or whatever, because it's like this is how they grew up. This is all they know. This is their life. Yeah. For the older millennials and the boomers and the X's and all them lot, yeah, the Facebook lot, yeah, I look at them so sideways, because I'm like, you've lived more of your life off
without
social
this
media
stuff, yeah,
than you have like with social media. So why are you getting twanged? And it's like, if you are getting twanged by social media, you're clout chasing, all that stuff, yeah, how can you expect a Gen Z person to not be affected by this? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So you see these older people sometimes, and you can tell they just fucking love it. Like they
love
it. They love it. And it's like,
that's why I was like, something is off about
you should know better than that.
Yeah,
because that's weird.
It's weird. It's super weird. Like, so I agree with people who
and I guess people were saying that, like, oh, maybe something's wrong in the family, like that's why she left and stuff. I don't always think that that's the case. I don't always think that something has to be wrong with your family for you to join a cult, yeah. But like, something is missing, or you feel you're in a vulnerable state, or you feel some kind of way, or someone seems to be providing the answer to a problem or question that you have. And so then you think, okay, cool, like this makes sense. Because there was a point in time where a bunch of the TikTokers left.
Yeah,
Miranda
and she
stayed.
leave. She's still in it today.
But is her husband also in it then?
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't want to pay for accommodation.
And their style of dancing is so weird as well. I went to watch it.
Do you know the reason why I know she's real crime for the credits? Yeah, but that would have been my real crime.
And the reason I know she's still in this fucking cult is because she still dances to like the old timey music.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I forgot. So when the TikTokers were first, like, when they had blown already basically, and they were dancing to like normal music with the times, and then Robert Shen comes in and is like, oh yeah, nah, you're gonna dance to the old school shit, yeah. And they were like, oh my god, his man was so brilliant because that brought us a new audience.
No,
whatever. He just didn't know the songs you guys were dancing
to. So he was like, oh, dance the stuff I know. There's not one single dance I saw them doing that became a trend. So I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But yeah, she's still like, and do you know what I find funny? Like with those dancing videos, right? it's like, so do you guys rehearse this like multiple times, and then you're like, okay, we've gotten it now, let's set up the camera? Like, it doesn't, I don't know, how do you go about?
That's how I feel, because I'm like, okay, are you guys in the stew, yeah? And then you guys are like, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, like,
and then you go home and then you put on the clothes to make it look all casual, and then like, how do you do this?
I don't know.
It's kind of like, it's like those couples TikToks as well, where like they're kissing, or they're like, I don't know, waking up in the morning together. It's like, so did you first like go and set up the camera, then say, oh, let's pretend?
And this is why you have to watch these things if this is your thing but I can't watch it like that, because I'm a normal human being. I know, yeah, that in order for you to arise, open your eye and come out of your bed, yeah, this is not Real Housewives, babe. You don't have a crew around, okay? You set that shit up.
You set it up.
And you press record, and you went back into your bed, you covered yourself with the duvet, and you closed your eyes, and then you thought, all right, cool, now open your eyes, and you opened them.
Yeah, I can't consume content like that. You will never ever catch me ever.
Because the thing is, you can vlog. I love vlogs. I think it's great. I think it's a great way to document your life. But just be normal, bro.
Be normal.
We know you woke up because you're here on the camera. You're awake. We don't have to. You can skip that part.
Even me, like with my TikToks, like sometimes I try to do something right from the beginning, and I'm like, nah, like these people understand that this is how I got to this point. I don't need to show every single like element.
Fine. I will assume you brushed your teeth. I will even assume you showered. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will assume all those things. It comes with it. I get it. Why are we doing all this?
It's a weird state of affairs.
Couples TikTok and the family vlogging channels, ban them all. Ban them until the kids can consent. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I did a TikTok about Tribeca Film Festival, yeah, and the what do you call it? Some of the documentaries I saw that are coming out, and there was this one. It's called An Update on My Family. When it comes out, yeah, we will cover it. Yeah, it's about, and I remember when it happened at the time. This like white couple, like a vlogging channel, and they adopted this Chinese baby.
Oh, and they wanted to return. Is it that one? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Is everything okay?
No.
Is everything all right?
Absolutely not. Okay, yeah.
These, like, I think everyone is so fucked. Like, everyone's a little bit tapped now because of social media.
Yeah, 100%. Everything is for social media. Everything has to be, like, curated, and it's weird. It's so weird.
It's like, just
be
post your stuff,
fucking
let's
normal.
go. Just post your shit and go. Just be normal. Just talk about what you like and then be gone. Like, what is all this?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
But yeah, the TikTok dancers, like, they just that especially that brand, because I've been seeing loads of people doing like the whole Birkin, all those dances, and like I enjoy those videos.
Yeah, I just like normal. Why are you doing these weird like?
And then your facial expressions, and then
you have this like crazy smile on your face, like
deranged smile.
Be fucking normal, like.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, they still don't deserve what happened to them. Like that was shit. Yeah. But the dancing, that it has to stop. Yeah. I can't believe they're still doing that. That's insane. As for Robert Shen, there's a bit where the sisters Priscilla and Melanie are like, they're going to serve him papers. And again, this is like phase 3 of the documentary, where now it's kind of like investigative, and you know, we're in the car, we're seeing them live and direct, and blah blah blah. We're seeing them serve him the papers. He just looks either confused or doesn't give a fuck, or both.
Yeah, it seems like it's both.
Yeah, and he gets served, and then it's just really anticlimactic, because it's like, I mean, I guess anticlimactic to us who have not been affected by the actions of Robert Shen, but
yeah, but I guess for them it's a big break.
Exactly, it's a big breakthrough. They're really relieved, like they're serving him papers. Has anything happened? No, not to my knowledge. I think that someone else from the past tried to sue him, but they didn't win. Yeah. So it's not looking good, bruv. Do you know what I mean? But again, like we said, court of public opinion, like, hopefully people will find out more about him, and Shekinah will be no more. That is my hope and my prayer. But
yeah,
that's insane.
I mean, I'd never heard of this cult before I watched this documentary, so it was very informative from that perspective. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. I can't wrap my head around waking up one day and just completely distancing myself from
your family, right?
Yeah.
Even there was a bit where Miranda was supposed to come home because her granddad died, right?
And she was like, nah.
She didn't come. First she was making excuses, then, I've got COVID, I've got whatever, and then like she just ended up not coming. And then they called the police to check in on her, and she was like, yeah, I'm fine. And this brings up another theme, another topic of like, when adults are being manipulated or finessed in these cult situations, they're adults, they have free will, they have the mental capacity to make their decisions. It's very difficult for
to get them out,
the police to do anything, because it's like you've chosen to be here, you're not here under duress. Like,
there's not much they can do.
So it's really sad. It's like, what do you actually do in that situation? You just have to wait it out, or pray, or kidnap them,
you have to pray and wait it out that they come to their senses. But the longer they're in there, the less likely that is to happen.
Do you know what? I don't think it's the less likely that it is to happen. I think it's the less likely they are to act on it if they do come to their senses. Because you said this before about cults. Like, you're in a cult, you've kind of cut all ties now. There's a certain level of like shame you probably feel. And it's like, are my family gonna fuck with me? Do they want me back? Like, am I gonna be welcomed? Like, I've done all this now, I've made my bed, let me just lie in it, sort of thing.
Yeah, so you just stay.
So you just stay, and you just think, what is there to live for? 23 years. After 23 years, all your friends, they probably have kids and are living their life. How do you reintroduce yourself? How do you re-enter your former life? You can't.
I was listening to a podcast on is it Children of God cult, or what is it called? I think it is. And like, this cult has been going on since like the 70s, and it's still ongoing, and people are just in it. Yeah, do you know the guy Phoenix, or was it Joaquin Phoenix or whatever, the one that was in Batman or something? He's some famous actor.
Oh, no, I don't know. He
He grew up in that cult.
Oh, mad.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing about being a baby. Like, you actually can't control where you're born. Believe me, I would have chose better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I feel like I shouldn't talk too much because I could see myself joining a cult from a perspective of, I'm just trying to see what's going on here.
But what do you
And
think? What
next
kind
thing
of
I'm
cult
in
do you
it.
think it would be? Because I don't think you would join a
sex
religious cult. Oh, okay, well, there you go.
But not from a place of me being like a sexual deviant, more from a place of just wanting to know what the fuck is going on, like the curiosity, like what the fuck are you lots doing in there?
But I don't think it's curiosity that gets people. I think it's literally feeling like you need something or something is lacking.
But there's certain things like you can't stop me on the road and get me to like sign up to certain shit. But there's certain shit that if you stop me, I'd have a chat with you because I'm like, like what's going on?
Oh, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, and from that chat, then.
What is true?
Yeah,
no one picks you up and drops you and tells you to sell your house. Like, it's slow. It's slow.
I remember this. I remember like a family friend was telling me about this. I don't know if it's a cult, but it's one of these organizations that they belong to, and telling me about like transcending meditation. And when I was done, when they left the house, I was like to my mum, like, do you know what? Yeah, like, I think I'm gonna like go and and my mum was like, Are you okay? Like, literally, my mum was like, what is actually wrong with you? Like, anytime someone just tells you something that you find remotely interesting,
like,
next thing you want to dig deeper. And I was like, I don't think they're like, it's a cult. Like, what are you talking about?
But this is okay. So you have people like that in your life where it's like, you will be shamed out of pursuing anything. Do you know what I mean? But imagine if they'd been like, it does seem like interesting, whatever.
Culturally, African and black culture tends to be more communal in the sense that people will shake you and say you're like, it's like that episode of My Wife and Kids when Michael was shaking Jane. She was like, you're acting like a crazy yeah, like that's our culture. Oyibo culture is very much like everyone do their own thing. So your family members, your friends will see you doing
or they may not want to step on toes or tread on toes.
They'll be like,
they don't
it's
know
not
how
really
you're
my
feeling.
place to say. Nah, like if I see my friend doing a madness, it's my place to say.
Yeah, the blacks, it's like, it's not my place to say, but I'm going to say it.
I'm going to say, yeah. I know I really shouldn't, but I will. Like, that's the blacks.
They don't even know that they shouldn't. In fact, to them, they should. It's entitlement. I have to let you know how I feel.
Because even when you go to work, think about how many times you go to work to talk to people and they're like, oh yeah, like, I don't talk to my siblings, or, we see each other at so they don't have, I'm not saying, there are obviously some black people that don't interact with their family members.
And there are some white people who obviously do. Yeah.
But like, I think culturally for us, I
think it's more so like the West, and like the West is more so like individualistic.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it's not as, and again, yes, we are of and in the West, but culturally we're not.
That is so funny you say that, because I was at work the other day and one of my colleagues was saying how she doesn't ask her daughter to do anything for the younger sibling. So like she'll like,
what's the age difference?
The youngest sibling is like, I think 1.5. The daughter is 11. So when she was saying this, I thought maybe the daughter was like 3. And then she was like, yeah, like, even if I need to go to the toilet and she's the only one that's like there, I'll feel a bit bad leaving him. And I was like, yeah, that's absolutely bonkers, because I was changing diapers at like 7. Like, I know all about woman bottles. I know that you need to test the bath water like with different parts of your body because the temperature hits different. Like,
I think that there's a,
I know about the burping. And I was like, yeah, I was picking from 14, I was picking my sisters up from school and feeding them and doing their homework with them. Like, I ain't new to this shit. And they're like, oh my God. They literally looked at me like, oh my God, like, do you ever like resent your parents for it? And I was like, girl, no. Like, I can't say that I do. Like, I was like, I'm African. Like, the culture we have is it's everyone all together. We band together.
You take care of each other.
We take care of each other.
I think that age difference is crazy, because it's like what, 10 years in between you. Like, come on,
do something.
Even me and my sister is 2 years, and my mom was always like, oh, look after your sister, take care of your sister, always think about your sister. Every little thing, oh, your sister. Even I remember one time I got invited to a birthday party, mom was like, you're going with your sister, and I was like, why? Like, she's like, no, that's your sister. Like, what do you mean? Me and my sister now, our bond is like unbreakable. Like, that's my sister. Do you know what I mean? That we look out for each other, we care about each other. And that's our thing. Like, you're responsible for one another. In the West, I don't think it's quite the same.
It's not the same. And I say all this to say, like, try as I may, I would never be able to join a cult.
Yeah, it'd be impossible.
It would be impossible.
You would have to really go out of your way.
Yeah.
You would have to really try.
I'd have to fall off the face of the earth.
You have to, and then even that's impossible because if I haven't heard from
'Cause
you
even all the stuff
in a
they're
few
saying
hours,
about
I'm like,
me-
what the fuck?
All this stuff they're saying about, oh yeah, they tried to meet her up. If it was my parents, they would actually kidnap me. Like,
when
what do you
the
mean?
dad went to the door and was like knocking, like, oh hi, have you?
My dad would break down the door. He would
This is what I'm
drive.
saying. There's no way they wouldn't have left without me.
They would have drive
They wouldn't have
through the
left without
grate.
me.
You know when they met, like for lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
My dad would have kidnapped me and put me
Oh,
in the car.
absolutely.
And my mum would have too, and you could not tell either.
Your
of
mum
them
would have
shit.
tussled. Your dad probably would have been a bit more tactful. I think he
He'd
would
be
have lured
more
you
tactful.
into a car
He'll try to
with like a
talk
Louis
to
Vuitton
me.
bag.
Literally, he'll be like, "Come, come to car. I just want to show you something." My mum, she probably would have hit me over the head and
Absolutely, and dragged you by your leg.
dragged me by my legs into the car. Like, what do you mean you're going to a cult? Like,
because my thing is that like they said there was a bit where like Miranda and the parents like reunited, not like on a nice tip, but like on a we're on live again, clouty. We're on live and we're showing everyone why we don't want to fuck with you, or whatever. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I'm just like, guys, like, so you're telling me that I'm in your presence, you were here, flesh and blood. I can smell your breath. I can touch you.
And I didn't kidnap you back.
And then
back
that was
home.
it. And now I'm trying to get in touch with you. I can't.
But this is why it's good to fear your parents. But I cannot imagine putting my parents on blast in life. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
A little
But
bit of fear.
but again, clouty. I'm telling you, there is something. There's a switch that is
But
going
aren't
off.
they millennials?
They are millennials, but are the parents
later.
millennials?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. Because even the parents going on live, I mean, it's good that they did, but there are other ways to raise awareness than going on live.
I think that when that's their life, like their whole life, the daughter's lives are social media and stuff. It's like, let me just speak to you in your language, I guess.
Because even
like,
the mum dancing on TikTok and Insta with the daughter, I was like, what are you doing, sis?
I don't know. I feel like what happens is like, okay, so the young kid, the millennial, the Gen Z is on the internet, yeah. Then the mum appears or something, and then they get some nice comments. They get gassed, and then they
like,
think, "Oh,
yeah,
I want a
this
bit of this." They like it, yeah. I want a bit of this, and now you're a content creator.
Yeah.
Because there are some like older content creators you see, and they're valuable. We need them. They teach us stuff, yeah. They're having a great time and stuff, and they're just doing it. They
But
just
I want
enjoy
you
it.
to do it in your own way. Like I love when I see them with the bad angles, or they're wearing their church outfits, stuff like that. Do it in your, or that
Just
auntie
be
that's
you.
always standing by
The
the
bus
end
one.
of the and you don't know if she's gonna get knocked down today or not. Like I really like that because I can imagine that is how my mum is when she goes on holiday. She wants to take a picture of something. She's you have to pull her back and be like, "Mum, like have some."
Some decorum.
Yeah,
But this is the thing about social media. Be who you are.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, just be who you are. Like, just do what you do and love what you love. Like that guy who loves butter and now he has his own like butter line thing, yeah? Great.
That loves butter.
There's this guy, he infuses butter with like loads of different things. Like this like garlic butter or whatever.
There's one
butter.
that I see that does like sourdough. So like he'll make different, like he made a spaghetti bolognese one the other day.
Oh my God.
There's so many different niche, like
That's what I'm saying. Love, this is the thing, niche. Like love what you love and just do it. Like I love seeing people who love whatever shit it is that they love. Like it's like, great, you love this thing and I love that you love it. Let's watch it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except for with the dancing, you people need to love something else.
And stop smiling those maniacal, like what?
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because I don't mind when the Jabberwockies were dancing, but maybe because I couldn't see their faces.
No, but even other people dance and they don't, like even the girl that did the Birkin dance, like she doesn't. Yeah. Just be normal. Why just
be
have
normal.
that ridiculous smile on your face?
I think deranged, deluded, insane.
Anyways, I mean, I would say watch the documentary. Watch it on 1.5.
I think it's triggering. Oh, I did that. Yeah, I think it could be very triggering for some people. So like maybe it's not for everyone, but ultimately, like the takeaway from that documentary is that Robert Shen is shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Shekinah, fuck that shit, and just be very careful. Especially when you're vulnerable, and also look out for other people. Like look out for your community, your siblings, your friends, people who you think, oh, you're acting a bit weird. Oh, you've been going to this church an awful lot now.
Have a chat.
The church thing is a scary one as well, because like if your friend says to you that they've been going to church, they go to church more now, that should be a good thing. But like you have to think it through. I've been in a situation where I knew someone and they were going to church a lot, and it was very much like, babe, this is.
Are they okay now?
This is fine now, yeah. But it was just like this is a something. Do you know what I mean?
I've been through that too,
girl. So it doesn't mean you're stupid or you're a shit person. It's just that you were taken advantage of, and so you need people to kind of rein you back in.
100%. So what are we doing next?
That's a very good question. We have two options. Let me go onto our little spreadsheet. So option one, actually no, we only have one option because the other one I couldn't really find it. Should we do Chowchilla? Should we do Chowchilla?
Yeah. Okay. Whatever that is, I'm down.
The one where they kidnapped the kids. I told you about it. They kidnapped the kids from a school bus and they bury them underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do Chowchilla.
Okay.
I'll put the trailer at the end so that you can, all that stuff. Guys, if you're still here, please can you rate us? If you're on Spotify, can you rate us? Just give us a star, whatever the star thing. If you're on Apple Podcast, please can you rate us? Like, I'd really appreciate it. And it's like, if our ratings are low, it just looks like we're not a successful podcast, and we are successful in spirit, okay?
Please, and in the energy we give you. Please,
I beg. And 5 stars, please, because we're 5-star babes.
Yeah.
So yeah, appreciate it. You can find us everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, 2girls1doc. On TikTok, it's 2girls1doc podcast. You can email us 2girls1doc@gmail.com. Send us what you want us to cover, any opinions. If you have a real crime, send it to us. We'll play it. And you can find Forens on TikTok and Instagram. Forens the foodie. Yes. You can find me on TikTok, bd.mp4. Or if you're on our TikTok, you can find us in our bio.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you so much. All the new listeners, everyone that's come from TikTok, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And, yeah, that's it for today.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Chowchilla was a wonderful place to grow up.
We were little innocent children.
Never did I think that something like this could happen.
How does a school bus show up missing?
I did not want to go down there.
It was like somebody just took them up off the planet.
Was it a thrill crime?
Your guess is as good as mine.
It was a mystery. You had no answers.
They recovered a journal encrypted in unusual writing.
Never seen anything like that.
The kidnappers hit this town right in its heart by taking those children.
All the way through, they thought that they had thought of everything.
And we're being buried alive. And I thought to myself, if we're gonna die getting the hell out of here.
When we got home, I thought life would be okay.
The kids were not okay.
God forgive them, because I won't.
It was possibly the story of the century.
Chowchilla.